Yo, 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 yo. What up? We back again. Another blessed day. This is the One Mic Podcast. Let's go. Tap in, fall in, fall in, fall in, fall in. Let's get it. Let's get it. It's that time. It's that time to shine, baby. One Mic Podcast. Subscribe, share, comment. If you're not following me on YouTube, please follow me right now on YouTube, One Mic Podcast. I would have greatly appreciate it. You dig? One Mic Podcast, man. On YouTube, support your boy, man. You dig? I appreciate you. Thursday night football, man. We're gonna get right into it. Let's go. Thursday night football. Dog, it's been a good game tonight, bro. Excellent game. We got the Lions, Packers. Packers are 9-3. Lions are 11-1. The Lions cooking. Came front. I was a huge proponent when I seen Dan Campbell was hired a couple years ago. Everybody joked around with the biting the kneecaps thing, but Dan Campbell's a former Cowboy, and he always had great attitude. He always was a great teammate. He was our blocking tight end at the time, so set the tone for those years that we had Marion Barber. You did. Doug Free was trash, so we had to put Dan Campbell on that side where Doug Free was at, and he balled out. So he's a great teacher, a great motivator. You got Ben Johnson dialing it up. They've been balling all year, but today the Packers will take it. You dig? I think the Packers they have a sneaky defense. You dig? Jeff Hafferly is a sneaky good defensive coordinator. I don't think people realize how good their defense is. They're only allowing 20 points a game, really. Like they're not really giving up a whole lot over the top, or they're not really giving a whole lot on the ground. And they run the football with Josh Jacobs. You did. So that to me is what set them apart. The injuries too. I think that Jair Alexander's not playing tonight. Romeo Doubs is hurt, so look for Watson to get more involved in the offense as well as Reed. That's everybody know that's his favorite target. Anybody who betting, Jaden Reed is what's called his favorite target. You dig? So to me, it's gonna be a game of, if Jordan Love could just not turn the football over, they're gonna win the game, bro. Trust me. The fact that the Lions keep on piling up and more injuries, it's not being talked about, but these injuries will catch up with them eventually. You dig? Taylor Decker still dealing with an injury. You dig? DJ Reader hurt. Hutchinson hurt. Azalone been hurt. Malcolm Rodriguez last week got hurt. They're starting linebacker again. What's going on the defense end? The coordinator's been doing a really good job of covering up a lot of holes, but eventually, I think that it's gonna hurt them in the end. I think this game is gonna be a pivotal. I think Aaron Glenn has done an amazing job on the defensive end of coaching. We've seen a masterful job thus far, but I think tonight they take another L. I think that the Packers will come out and run the football. They're gonna turn it up. You did so. Yeah, I look forward to be an excellent goddamn game. You dig me? For real. Our last bet of the day did not cash, unfortunately. Daggone. We went with AD. I don't know if y'all put AD on. I put AD on my jump. This man had 12 points. The Lakers look like pure shit. We're not talking about basketball right now, but the last bet of the day was was AD. Sorry ass dog. This man had 12 points, bro. When I tell you, this nigga made me so mad, I couldn't even see straight. But it is what it is. The next bet of the day we're gonna do is I want to make sure I get the accurate reading. I don't hate the false information. We're gonna go Christian Watson over 49.5 yards receiving. You did. That's what we're gonna go with tonight for the bet of the night. And I'm gonna give y'all two. We got two today. Tucker Kraft to score a touchdown. You did. So we got Tucker Kraft to score a touchdown, and we got Christian Watson to go over 49.5 yards receiving. I really got a lot of. I just think that I don't trust Jordan Love, but I like the fact that the Packers just play good football, and it just seems like the Packers play better when the game means more. Like the defense is very opportunistic. I look for the Packers to go ahead and take this game tonight, Thursday Night Football. You dig me? Matt LaFleur's done a really good job. Since Aaron Rodgers has left, he was good when Aaron Rodgers wasn't there. I mean, when Aaron Rodgers was there, and he's even better now to me personally. He's got full control of that team. They never get blown out. They never kind of show up unprepared. A lot of times it's Jordan Love that's holding them back with turnovers personally. So again, look for it to be a good game tonight. We're gonna go ahead and move on to our next segment, Black on Black News. This is some things that just kind of came to me a couple of days ago. It's gonna be a quick episode, nothing too drawn out, but man, I couldn't believe this when I seen this show. Y'all check this out. Now, you got people. This is what the mainstream media, mainstream news is not going to show you. They're not going to show you these type of videos because they know for a fact you're probably going to panic or you're probably going to just be very upset. The news is to lie to you. It's tell lie vision. So they're lying to you a lot of times. They're not telling you actual truth. But how about did y'all know that a recent Amish farm was raided? Not raided because they're selling bad products. Not raided because anybody got sick. Not raided because anything bad happened. They got raided because they're self-sufficient. They're doing things for themselves, by themselves, and they don't need the U.S. government to help them out. That's why they got raided. Check this out.
Be a case that could shape the future of food freedom for all of us in America.
We're conducting a search warrant inside this building right now. I got access to that search warrant. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Apparently, they're not even allowing Amos Miller, the owner of this establishment, into the building to see what they're doing.
Salsa's detained, granola detained, can't sell maple syrup, product under detention.
They've been in here for multiple hours at this point. We can only film through the glass. Again, searching Amos Miller's property.
Amos Miller, an Amish farmer in Bird in Hand, Pennsylvania, has been raided and sued by the Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture. In this video, I am going to provide you with the details surrounding the January 2024 raid, a raid that comes just 1 year after the conclusion of the federal government's case against Miller Organic Farms. I covered the federal case in 2 separate videos, which I will link in the description below, but I want to encourage you to share this video. Tucker Carlson was the only mainstream voice for Amos Miller during
They don't want you knowing this information. They don't want you to be self-sufficient. They want you to rely on them. They want to keep selling you fake meat. They want to lie to you and tell you, oh, this COVID was why the economy is messed up. Oh, it's COVID why chicken is $12. Oh, it's COVID why eggs and stuff is going crazy. Not to mention how many egg farms have been on fire. Do y'all not realize these things? Come on, man. We gotta get right into that. Let's see here. It's off the cuff. We got to get right into that. We can't sit up here and allow these people to keep lying to us, bro. It's ridiculous, man. Look at this. Oh, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up, bro. You can't make it up. But they'll tell you that. They'll tell you. We'll get back to that video in a second. They'll turn around and tell you that, oh, it's COVID that did that. COVID did all that type of stuff. No, it's not. They are intentionally killing chicken farms. Intentionally now.
County after a huge fire last night. The farm is in Lewiston. That's about 5 miles away from the Idaho border. In the video from the scene, you can see the thick black smoke rising up from a huge chicken barn on the property. First responders asked for a tanker task force to help shuttle water in and out to fight the flames. About 120,000 chickens died in that fire, and the 20,000 square foot building.
Well, we got way more videos. We got way more. This is April 29th.
Oakdale Egg Farm, which had a huge fire last night at one of their farms located north of Logan. The fire torched one barn and killed more than 100,000 chickens. This farm alone produces more than 1 million eggs a day.
It's a very unfortunate event, but we feel very fortunate it was not worse than what it was.
As a result, Cliff Lillywhite, the president of the company, says
we got more videos. We got more. We got more. California fire. This is in July. This is what they do though. They lie to you and tell you that, oh, prices is up on everything because of the economy and because of COVID. And no, they're intentionally doing these things, dog. Intentionally. You gotta get right and exact. Understand it. Let's just bring the video back. You gotta get right and exact. Understand what they're doing. Look at this. Yeah, approximately 5:30 Thursday, firefighters and dispatches to Wick Creek involved in a 25,000 square foot fire, heavy fire in threatened areas of California. You dig? This is ridiculous, man. More chicken coops and more people that are getting under siege because you got people out here trying their best to stop you from doing what you need to do to be self-sufficient out here. They're not catching on fire for no reason, dog. Not to mention the chicken places. They want to make sure that they can give you fake food. That's the bottom line. They want you to be having fake food. They want you not to be self-sufficient. Look at this. See, look. I'm not making this stuff up. I'm not making it up, dog. It's
struggling with complicated content and editing software? I was too. Riverside really simplified things. Riverside makes the entire process easy. From
is a new spring chicken. Some of us aren't spring chickens anymore. Look at that. We got some new spring chickens that are coming in and laying some new eggs. Looking forward to that. I made a whole bunch. 5 minutes, and I just won 20 attached. Just report.
Zero carbon value change if you still eat meat. And so I stopped eating meat. But if 1 billion people stop eating meat, I tell you, it has a big impact.
So we have New Zealand. Let's take a look. Fire at Waikato Farm kills 50,000 chickens. A fire at a chicken farm in Orani has killed 50,000 egg-laying hens. Zeagold Nutrition Chief Executive John McKay confirmed there was a fire at its egg-laying farm in Waikato. A supervisor on site at our farm called the fire department at 7:40 a.m. today. All 12 staff members on site are safe and unharmed. Your staff is unharmed. Fantastic. 50,000 egg-laying hens, you know, the real workers. 10 emergency vehicles are currently on site to contain the spread of the fire. McKay said the cause of the fire had not been determined, and the focus was on the welfare of the hens. Yes, the welfare of the hens. We have grief counselors now on standby, ready to assist in any way they can. McKay confirmed at about 1 p.m. the fire had been contained. We're pleased to report the fire has been contained after about 50,000. And Orani currently assessing and caring for the birds, and the business will be working hard. It was a fire. We sent 5 news. From Axios.com, fake meat fad hits the chopping block. Fantastic. People don't want this garbage. They don't want it. They don't want it. They don't want it. Customer.
So when you're at your restaurants, when you're at your fast food joints, please make sure you're looking at your food. Just don't eat anything. Look at the food for what it is. Open it up, open the breading up, and look at the type of food it is. Understand what they're doing. I'm telling y'all this for at least months now. They're trying their best to give you fake food. They have to get rid of these places, these farmers, these black farmers, these white farmers, these Amish farmers. They want to get rid of them because they know they want you locked into what they're trying to give you to kill you. Simple as that. We're keeping it raw and direct over here at the One Mic Podcast. You dig me? You got to get right and exact.
Consumers and investors alike are sticking a fork in fake meat. Why it matters. Eating plant-based meats is one of the easiest ways for Americans to reduce their overall carbon footprint. But after years of hype, the tide is turning against the first generation of plant-based.
You know why? Because people have died off this food. It's not really made of plants. If you look at the ingredients on the back of Beyond Meat, not understanding that Bill Gates also invested in that company. That company is selling you poison. Yeah, it's plant-based, not from a green plant, from a plant, a building plant. Understand the psychological. You have to understand it and get right and exact and be wise enough to understand that. Yeah, it's from a plant, from a building plant. That's what it's made from. They're experimenting on y'all. You did? I told my last thing, we're not eating this bullshit garbage, man. It's full with chemicals and all type of stuff that's not predicated of being healthy for us. That stuff is not plant-based. It's not from an actual plant. It's from a plant building. That's it. That's why it's called plant-based. You got to get right and exact, man. And read the labels when you're looking at these things.
Protein makers. I don't think you can legitimately call these people first generation protein makers. We already have those things. They're called cows. I would say the cow is probably
it's ridiculous.
Couldn't notice the difference. The meats of 2022 compared to 2021 this morning to find all of the Twitter feeds and comments. Okay. Hey, listen, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you heard about it.
Section 10 only allows for legal currency to be minted in gold.
We're gonna get back to the other video here, man. Let's go back to the other video. Yeah, I just want to y'all, keep you abreast of what's going on, man, and understand why these things are happening. Don't let these politicians lie to you and tell you that this is the real deal what's going on.
The federal government's lawsuit against Miller in 2022. The state government's lawsuit against Miller has received little or no exposure in the mainstream media to date, despite the fact that the verdict on this case, whether negative or positive, will have wide sweeping implications for thousands of small farmers and millions of consumers across the USA. As it stands in the USA, every meat and dairy product that is sold at a retail level must be inspected either by a USDA or state agent, or as in the case of dairy, must be processed in an establishment with license and or permit from the state or federal government. Private membership associations like Miller's are one of the last legal avenues that farmers have to privately sell their farm goods to consumers with.
It's bureaucracy. How do you think you're gonna tell me on my farm what you can tell me what I can and cannot sell? Because they know for a fact you're self-sufficient. That's why they want to get rid of it. They want you to rely on them. You dig? They know you out there in that old country farm. I told you, people get mad at people that's old and country because they keep things simple. They keep things doing it the right way. They're not caught up in this debit card, credit card shit. They living their life natural, healthy. That's why they live longer. That's why their families are closer. You dig? So you got to tap into those roots. You got to understand how to preserve yourself, because it's going to be a crash coming in this world. I'm not no doomsday dude. I'm not none of that scare tactic shit. Well, I know for a fact, I look at history. And the way they subjugate, the reason why the Great Depression happened and black survived because we didn't put our money in no banks. That's why. You did? Because we learned from the Freeman individuals that put their money in that Freeman bank. And they run off with our ancestors' money. You did? So we got to be smart. We got to be self-sufficient. We have to make sure we connect with people that are selling food and keep everything on the low. People get to the point where they talking too much, man. I know this. I know. Plus, I got a plug on this, bro. Keep that shit low. You did? For years, man. When I was a corn liquor drinker, bro, had the corn liquor on pop. Not me selling it, but understand I knew how to go get it. You think I told anybody who had it? No. Just know I got it. That's all you need to know. You don't even know me. We got to start keeping stuff a secret these days. You did? I got a plug on some watermelon. I got a plug on meat paws. I got a plug on different situations in this world because you're going to need that. You need to get close with the farmers, man, because they're the ones that got the peanuts and all the type of things that they can basically be able to sell to you as survivalness. You did? Because I know for a fact a crash is coming and things that is too high. And you want to make sure you're getting the real thing. So all these things are combined into one thing, to be self-sufficient, as you have your human right to be self-sufficient. You don't have to rely on the government for anything. You did? So he's not militant. He's not somebody that, he's a regular farmer person who had a bunch of services and goods, and they're jealous and mad because they can't tap into that. The same thing with selling weed. They can't tap into it and figure out what you making, how you making it off it. You did? They're in competition with their citizens, unfortunately. So yeah, we got to just get right and exact and make sure we keep our head on a swivel and make sure we're protected. That's it. If you came to my farm with that bullshit, it would have went a little differently. Yeah, for sure. Because I would have had me a bunker in that bed. You wouldn't have never seen me at all. I'd be underground with tunnels. You dig? That's how I move though. I move how the Chinese people move. Kim Jong-un, they got tunnels. You're not even gonna know where they at. They underground somewhere. You did. You got to be smart, man. You got an alert popping off. What is this? Yeah, I'm gonna read that a little bit later, man. Hopefully everybody's okay. But yeah, man, we got to get right and exact. Straight up.
Without government mediation. The key word being private, because those who have private membership associations or herd shares are not selling commercially or to the public. Even more so, they are the final avenue through which you, the consumer, can opt out of a dangerously centralized agricultural system. If the state...
They act like the FDA is actually doing us a favor. They act like the FDA is actually putting a stamp on this saying this is really good. How is the FDA doing these things? You keep having E. coli breakouts and Listeria breakouts. Everything you see in the goods and services is tainted. They doing this shit on purpose to get these people sick, or either they putting vaccines in the fruit. They putting vaccines in the food, in the lettuce. So when you ingest it, it's going into your body and having a different reactions. You did, because everybody's DNA is different. So again, you got to get right and exact and get wise, man. Again, I shop at a local produce store. I don't shop at no fucking Walmart. I don't shop at no Target. I'm not shopping nowhere where I think it's bull job going on. You look at all the recall. Just type in Trader Joe's and type in recalls from each year. Trader Joe's be having recalls out the ass. It's ridiculous. But they tell you that these are the best place to go shop and eat at. No, you got to figure out what's best for you. You dig? That's why I don't mention where I go to over the airways. You can hit me privately, pause, if you want, that information. But no, not over the airways, because once everybody figure it out, then everybody gonna run to it. Nah, keep my shit private for a reason. So I can walk in my store, go get my stuff, and go home and be straight. I want everybody to be wise to the fact, but yeah, we can't have everybody doing it, because again, you see what they're doing to this brother. This brother got his own farm by himself chilling. He's not even selling to people that's out and about like that. Like the lady said, he's selling to people that he knows. You can't even do that in this world. It's ridiculous, bro. It's bureaucracy. They want to control everything you do. Bullshit.
Or federal government can delegitimize what Amos Miller is doing. It sets a legal precedent and signals the beginning of the end for what remains of private food in the USA. If you are local to Pennsylvania, please consider being at the Lancaster County Courthouse in Pennsylvania on February 29th. A court rally is going to be held at 11:30 a.m., directly preceding Amos's hearing at 1 p.m. If you are like me and you are not local, please consider giving to Amos's Give, Send, Go campaign, which I will put as the pinned comment on this video. Robert Barnes is the lawyer representing Miller in this case and estimates that legal fees will reach $250,000 by the end of March. According to Barnes, the state of Pennsylvania is in pursuit of a complete and permanent injunction against Miller. Now, to get to the complete recap of the 2024 raid on Miller's organic farm. On January 3rd, a search warrant was ordered by Judge B. Denise Cummins of Agriculture, lied by omission, failing to cite these facts, as it would have disqualified the allegations from being used to justify a new search warrant in 2024. What's more is that Miller's Organic Farms has had no customer complaints filed with the state, which leaves one to wonder how the state actually materialized these complaints in the first place.
Exactly.
Number 2, were the allegations of foodborne illness legitimized? They ought to have been served through Amos Miller's legal representative, Robert Barnes, and not through a search warrant. But the Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture wasted no time. One day after obtaining that search warrant, on January 4th, the Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture raided Amos Miller's organic farms, with Pennsylvania State Police assisting on site. The Department of Agriculture and State Police allowed no third party on the premise while they conducted the search, and as such, there was no accountability for what was done to or with the food products during the search. The Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture left Miller's farm with several of Miller's food products in coolers and affixed a sign to the front door, which prohibited the contents of the freezer units from being sold or sampled by Miller. This leaves Miller without the ability to perform independent testing, the testing that may be necessary to counter any allegations of contamination by the state. What's more is that according to Robert Barnes, detaining the food product was not a provision of the search warrant. Barnes infers that the warrant was a general warrant in direct violation of the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution, which states, The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. According to Barnes, the warrant for the January 4th search was issued on the basis of investigating Miller's dairy product. However, the entire content of Miller's freezer was detained. Products that include not only dairy, but pasture-raised meat, canned goods, granola, etc. This is tens of thousands of dollars worth of perishable inventory, detained and prohibited from being distributed to the private members that were relying on it, and creating yet another significant financial loss for Miller himself. On January 19th, the state of Pennsylvania added an extension to the January 4th detention order. The January 4th detention order restricts Pennsylvanians should know what is in the they and their family are consuming. Share this video.
And this case is still going on, man. It's still ongoing. Insane, bro. It's insane. But again, you have to fight back. You have to protect our Constitution. We have to really, get to the nuts and crannies of this stuff. And man, we have to make sure that this stuff doesn't happen to us. Because like the lady said, that sets a precedent. So they'll come after everybody who actually trying to be independent. If we allow it, we the people cannot allow this shit to happen. You heard? So yeah, that's black on black news, man. And continuously on black news, we got a new segment. I'm gonna deem it to be Black History Facts. And these are just black facts I want to just always, put out there. Black History Facts. Keep it very simple. Next segment, man. This is basically someone new. I talk about, inventors and people who in our past, but we have two new inventors in this world. Moses West and the brother Julian. You dig? Check
This
this
is an
out.
AWG 5000 made by the legendary Moses West. Now we're going to be taking this plastic diesel, putting it in this back.
The young brother Julian, he makes basically fuel out of plastic. You can't tell us. That's what I'm saying. I'm always intrigued by these things because again, the same brain that we used back in those days when we had nothing is the same brain that we can use right now to be more self-sufficient, to not rely on the government, so we're not poisoned and we're not hurt, and we can sleep better at night. Shout out to the brother Moses as well for his filtration water system that he's built from oxygen into water, because all water is again, it's a simple science. It's H2O. That's it. It's water in the air right now, atmosphere. So it's wet. You dig? Check this out.
Diesel generator on this machine and turning plastic waste into water. Let's do it.
Ready to tackle your debt? We can help.
Come on, YouTube.
A Stretch Financial Wellness Vision subscription can help you vision.
Drink the whole thing.
I flew in yesterday. Julian got in yesterday. We got up this morning really early, and this is the result of it. Plastic, too much of it, not enough water.
Yep. Goes hand in hand.
There you go, guys.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
We did it, guys. You guys see it? Look, we ran the F350 earlier this year. We ran this big diesel backup generator. Water. All right, I'm gonna try some of the water made from plastic waste. The AWG 5000 Moses West 3.8 gallon per minute machine here. Let's see. Let's see how this water do. Wow. It's completely pure water right there. That's so smooth. If you guys ever have reverse osmosis water, and it just has like that really soft feel on your tongue, that's exactly how this water feels. Like, Because, you know, it's one thing to have pure water, right? Because even filtered tap water is pure. But then, like, it's rough, though. This is soft. It has that softness to it.
Yeah, man. Dog. Moses West, man. Brother Julian. Man. What more can we say? If you're not inspired by that, then I don't know if you had a pulse. You dig me? Man. Dopeness. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for the love, man. Appreciate, you know, all the comments, the shares, people subscribing. I appreciate it, man. Real talk, man. It's been a One Mic podcast, man. I'm your boy Mike to the P, man. I'm out. Yeah. Subscribe, like, do all the good stuff. You dig me? I appreciate everybody. I love the interaction. We're here to bring the facts. We're here to bring the news, the black on black news. I'm a black man from a black perspective. Dig me? Not just a sports podcast. Sports thing. We gotta get to the part where we educating ourselves on what's really happening out here, man. That's my goal. Is to not have people confused on what's not happening. We have to get a clear understanding of what's real and what's fake. You dig? The truth will always outgain a fact because facts change. Facts change due to situations. Truth remains the same. So that's why I speak truth to power. I don't speak fact. I do speak facts because it's black and white facts. These are facts that happen in real time. But truth, that sounds like James Winston, don't I? Damn, that's crazy. But truth, seriously, is what we need to get to, you know, because a fact can change based off a situation changing. You dig? And 1 minute I could be fat. 6 months later, I could change my weight, and now I'm not fat. I'm fat, maybe. Pause. This is actually crazy. I'm saying as far as weight loss. You know what I'm saying? So those things are facts. But the truth is, if I never stop eating, you know, if I don't stop eating in a better way, I'm not going to lose weight. That's a fact. That's all truth. You dig? So to me, I'm here to bring truth. I want to wake our people up. I want to get us in the right direction. I want us to be inspired. You dig? Because it's so many great things that we have done. People only focus on the things that we don't do well. And I want to send a prayer and a big prayer, man, to that team that got stabbed at Henrico High School. Again, I don't know the team. No connection. It don't matter. It's one of our babies, man. You got to make smarter. Life is about choices. That's why I'm a counselor. I teach life and decision. I'm a person that likes to transform. That's my goal in life. I like to create change. I want to transform you into something that you can be self-sustained for yourself as you move on as a young adult and as a youngster. You dig? So from that decision that that young man decided to make on stabbing somebody, again, number one with a squabble. Ain't nothing wrong with a shoot the fair one, so to speak. But once it gets to a point where you pulling out weapons and you actually might hurt a kid, or that kid's on life support. Last time I heard. So I want to send a prayer out to him and his family. And again, the youth, y'all got to make better decisions, man. You know, play this video for your children, man. Make sure they are making better decisions, because these decisions that you make right now can affect you the rest of your life. And sometimes the decision you make now, you ain't get another opportunity. Ain't no second chance. You did? So make sure you're smart, man. Make sure you get right and exact, man. And make sure that you just want to soak in truth. Don't let the U.S. government lie to you. They've been lying to us for years on everything. And my job is to make sure we get that truth out there. You dig me? You have a blessed day, man. Put a jacket on. Please put some clothes on your body. I know I'm about to get the outro popping, but please put some clothes on your body. Please take your vitamins. Please take your medicine, elderberry. Please take the proper precautions, ginger, honey. Do these things now so your immune system is on a cellular level. So you're not under the weather. We don't claim sickness over here. We say under the weather. We say having a health challenge. You did. You don't ever claim sickness on your body. Never. Words have power. You did. And on that note, the Cowboys will win next week. Yeah. Words got power. I'm gonna be the Bengals. You did. I was already doing it tonight's matchup. So, put this game up, man. What's the game? You dig me? I love you.